COVID-19 has rolled in, and for all of us, it's causing us to reassess and reevaluate where our business is at, where we are moving forward. So today we're going to talk about what if this is not just a short-term reality, but actually lasts longer term. How do you begin to respond to that? How can you begin to get some strategies in place to plan for your business to thrive into the future? So that is coming up. Welcome to the Bite Size Marketing Hack Podcast, where you get the confidence to hack your marketing 5 minutes at a time.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Rashawn. Welcome to the episode. I'm with my good friend, Mark, and we're hanging out today. We want to talk into what if this thing really outlasts the test of time? What if it lasts a long time? And a lot of us are more focused and fixed on the 30-day mark, like, hey, we're going to be back into normal life in about 30 days. That's the very hopeful side of it. But what about the side of it that, hey, there's a possibility we may be in this thing for a year, maybe another 3 months, however long that may look like. But we want to talk about that. What does that look like for your business? What does that look like for your customers and you staying connected with them? And a lot of you guys listening right now may own a small business right now that you're being hit hard through this, and it's you're just trying to survive. Better yet, thrive in this business world. So let's just talk about that a bit. What do you got, Mark, on this?
We were using this analogy or metaphor in the last episode. We were talking about, is this a blizzard? Is this a winter? Or is this an ice age? And I think it's pretty helpful to begin to think about that any of those things could be true. And I think everybody's approaching this largely who's not, maybe those who are not business leaders, maybe those who are business leaders are thinking about it more long term, but everybody is approaching this largely as a blizzard. Like, this is going to roll in, we're going to hunker down, and then we're going to come out and it's going to warm up and we'll be okay. But others are saying, this could actually be a beginning of a winter where this goes on for a longer season. And then still others are saying maybe this is actually an ice age where this goes on through multiple seasons, summer, spring, winter, fall, and it's just an ice age. And we've got to adjust to, you are, for the most part, in a startup phase. No matter what business or what stage of business you have, you're back in the startup phase of everything's been kind of tossed around and thrown for a loop, and you have to assess, how can my business thrive and survive, and even reevaluate that my market has completely changed. I can't assume that everybody is still going to just keep coming back to me for my services, and I've got to win them over all over again for why the things that I'm offering are essential to their life, and they need to be using my services even if this is a permanent change to our economy.
Yeah, so good, Mark. And I think I'll go back to what we've been talking about a little bit. I think it first starts inwardly. We need to stay calm. Don't panic. Throughout this time that we can spend, sort of examining what's happening. Let's find a way to get resources and people around us who can speak into our business. Maybe even many of us don't like doing loans, but maybe you're small business may be in that place where you can actually do a loan, and the president just wrote off on a few things as far as getting loans for small businesses. I don't know what that's going to look like for you, but I want to tell you to keep a healthy mindset through this tough time, and began to keep your perspective on, although it may be a long time for now before things get back to normal, there's ways you can sort of channel to what will work, which is digital. And Mark, I think you're going to talk into that just a little bit more.
Yeah, so let's talk about some blizzard strategies, ice age strategies, and includes a blizzard strategy. But let's say that this lasts for a longer time, and you need to begin to think differently about your market, because there's no built-in assumption that people are going to come back to you. Now, a lot of brands have name recognition, like Target's still Target, and that even that small mom and pop shop up the street, maybe that's you've still got relational connect with your customers. And that's key. I think at the end of the day, it's not money that keeps our businesses going. It's not our economy, it's trust.
Yeah.
And we have that trust built with our longtime customers, and we need to keep that trust and continue to build that trust and build on
Mm.
those relationships as the backbone of our business. And then we're going to find a way to market to new customers again. And that may change. We may be in that startup phase from there, but at least hopefully for existing businesses, you've got that baseline of customers you're already connected to. And so building on that trust is super key right
Yeah. And you know what I've been seeing, Mark? Just something practical that is a trust builder. I've been seeing people on the COVID-19 sort of, page, within Facebook where you can go and look at the COVID-19, the stats. And
now.
also there's a little area where you can see people who are in need of help. I think businesses can capitalize big time on building trust to new audiences by connecting with those people who need help. Maybe it's the business showing up, the brand showing up to help those people who are in need. I can only imagine how huge that would be, the trust that can be built. There's hundreds of people that need just simple things like dog food or this or that. Diapers, I've seen a young lady needed. There's just different ways you can capitalize right now as a small business in your community. And I think that will, uh, I mean, maybe it gives media attention, maybe not, but I think the reward would be awesome. It would be trust in that community if you were to go that route. Share it on social media too. I think that's huge.
Yeah, I think everything is becoming more local right now. And even for larger franchises or larger organizations or businesses that are bigger, it comes back to people and relationships. And so making sure that we've got a presence in the community and we're connected to the people around us is pretty key. And so one of the ways that I've seen people maintain their connection with their customers and show that they are understanding the pain point that they're in is making their services free or
Mm,
giving out free product if they can, especially
love
people
that.
whose entire platform is digital. It's fairly easy to do that without that impacting your bottom line as much. But even those with tangible goods are finding ways to connect through free or reduced
Love
price.
that.
And what that does is it communicates that I understand your problem and I'm still here through this crisis. And so I've
Yeah.
seen those who are offering free internet to people who are trapped in their house, those who are offering making their package of their media services online free for a time, or even there's video platforms of video content streaming platforms that are giving reduced rates or giving free content out. All of those things
Wow.
keep your business top of mind so that people are still saying, hey, this is essential to me. And when the lights come back on, when the money starts to flow, I'm going to make sure that I'm still putting money towards keeping connected to this business. So it's keeping them connected to you. So
Wow.
free right now might be a good strategy to stay connected with your existing clients.
I love that. Would you say a good example as well too if there's probably a mom pop's diner and they sort of give out, well, pretty much on their website or their email list or their social media, they can put a PDF, like sign up for this PDF, and that PDF can show them a way while they're at home, they can make a specific meal or like maybe muffins, the muffins that we make here. We want you guys to experiment and make them at your house. Like, can that be an example, Mark,
Yes,
of
that's a great
something
example,
to
and
stay at
and
home?
I think there's a lot of businesses that are doing media ads so they can build their email list if they don't have one. And we were
Yes,
talking about
so
this in our
important.
last episode. If you have not invested the time and energy into building an email list so that you can
Mm,
communicate with your loyal customers, with your brand ambassadors, then you're spinning your wheels right now and you're saying,
yeah,
how do I even get the word out to my people to say, I want to stay connected to you. Here's a free resource
yeah.
or here's a reduced rate. So start now. It's not too late to start to build
Yeah.
that email list. And so giving out some free content or a way like give out blow your recipe, like share with the world, share the secret like you're saying,
Yeah.
Rashawn, and let people
So
try it
true.
out for themselves at home. That's a great idea.
Yeah, yeah. And I just think it's amazing as well, Mark. One, you speak into the email list, the importance of, sort of owning your own, contact list where you can engage those individuals. Because Facebook, we're renting it for a certain amount of time. They can
Yes.
take it at any moment. Can you imagine them shutting down Facebook, Instagram, everything right now? Like literally, I mean, we don't have a place to connect with people except for our family and neighbors at that point. But what I'm thinking, like even deeper than just email lists, text message marketing is a huge opportunity right
Yes.
now that you can start implementing in your social media strategy. There's a thing called Slick Text that allows you to, sort of on their platform, build a contact list and do massive text message blasting. And you can blast your people just like that immediately and give them access to links and to PDFs and different things like that. So that's a just another opportunity.
That's good. So I'm going to throw out one more just blizzard strategy. So again, using that metaphor, if this is not just or I keep saying that, one more ice age strategy. If this is not just a blizzard, but this is actually an ice age that lasts for longer, how can you make sure that your business is thriving and continuing forward? Well,
Mm,
another way that you can do that is to continue to focus on cultivating your existing customers as your first line of defense, making sure that you're touching base with them, connecting with them.
yeah.
And you know what a great opportunity and time to go back to them and do some polling and say,
Mm,
what is it that you need right now? What are you looking for in the area or space that's connected to your product, your services?
wow.
And not assume that you know what their pain point is or assume what they'd be willing to pay for right now. But going back to those who've already bought into your brand, already bought into your services, and begin to ask them directly, what do you need right now in this particular area, and what would you be willing to pay for? Just get those real honest conversations
Yeah.
going, and then you can begin to find out what the market is moving forward. Maybe it's changed. Maybe what was the assumption before people would be willing to pay this much for this product has completely changed, and we won't know that
Wow.
for sure until all of this rolls out a little bit farther. But you can start those conversations and begin to find out if the assumptions you had are still true, or if things need to change in your price point and things need to change in how and the pain point that you're communicating to
Wow.
clients. All those things you can begin to get some information from your existing clients.
Wow, love that, Mark. What I hear you saying right there is find the opportunity again to
Yes.
connect even deeper. I love the fact that here's the one thing I do love about us being sort of locked down, bunkered down. It gives us opportunity to reconsider what we're doing and like why we're doing it. Um, and my prayer is that each and every one of you will be able to move forward from this point, move forward and survive this pandemic. Me and Mark just hopes the best for each
Yes.
and every one of you. And I think what's important as well, like I know we were going to touch on this lightly, through weathering the storm and understanding that this may not just be a seasonal thing where a blizzard coming over our head, but this can be a really long time they were struggling, sort of striving and struggling with.
Yes.
I think what's important from this point on too, just to speak into it, is having a 3 month plan or even a 6 month plan, and sort of counting the costs for more long time, being prudent in those. Yeah, yeah, being prudent, and I think that's important right now too, to keep in mind to be wise about the next steps you're going to take as a business. So,
Well, guys, we know this is front and center for everybody. This is affecting everybody all around the world. And so we know you're a part of that. And we're going to keep this front and center in our topics
yeah,
for a while. We want to just keep helping you to thrive and to understand how things are changing and how you as a business can stay connected to your people and even find new business in the midst of a pandemic that Feels like a blizzard, but even could be an
Yes.
ice age. How can you thrive and continue to grow your business in the midst of it all? We're going to keep talking about that on Bite Size Marketing Hacks. Thanks for joining us. Be sure to rate, review, and subscribe. And visit us at bitesizemarketinghacks.com for more resources and episodes that will help you hack your marketing 5 minutes at a time.